Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Ines Alea from ToleratedCinematics.com, and today it's not Filmmaking Friday. Alright, so we did actually a switch up with the filmmaking days, so instead of Filmmaking Friday, it's gonna be Motion Graphics Friday, and then next Monday, it's gonna be Filmmaking Mondays, just as a switch up because it's actually almost Easter this Sunday. Happy Easter, by the way, but I was working on a template for Easter because I just enjoy this kind of theme and I wanted to create something fun for Easter to send out to people. So I created this template. Which looks very cute in my opinion, and you can actually get it on our website. It also includes a tutorial on how to use it and you can modify all the colors. But while I was working on this template, I was actually going through some techniques that I wanted to share with you guys so you can try something on your own before Easter is there. So I know it's quite late for Easter, but still we have some time left to create something awesome. So without further ado, let's jump into Adobe After Effects. Alright, so here I am in my template that I'm currently still working on. But let's continue to our tutorial. Right here we have the project manager, and I have my bunny here, which I actually created in Adobe Illustrator. Right here in the comp bunny v3, I think. Let's just put it out here. We will be using this bunny. So we have a few layers here, so we don't need any of these, we just need the bunny comp, and we want to animate it because currently the bunny is quite static. Okay, the eyes are animating right now because I actually did a kind of animation on here, which is pretty cool, but it's very static, it doesn't move at all, and I just want to quickly animate my character to have some life in it, whether it's breathing, whether there's some wind flowing in the air. So you can do a lot of cool things very easily in Adobe After Effects. So what we will do is just create a new composition very quickly and make it full HD and just rename it to tutorial preview and make it around 15 seconds long. I think that's more than enough, and click OK. So what I want to do in this composition is just drag my bunny composition in here. You will have just an Illustrator document that you can import in Adobe After Effects. To do that is just right click, import file. Select the bunny you want to use and import it. And then you will have the question to import kind, composition, or footage. It doesn't really matter if you don't need the layers, but if you want to dive into the layers, choose composition and then just click OK, and that will create a composition like this one here. And if we open it up, you will get a bunch of layers that you can animate. So we don't need that for this composition, so I'll just close that down. Okay, so here we are in the composition with our bunny comp. If we zoom out, we just imported the bunny in our composition, and it's again, like I said, very static. First of all, I will add a quick background because I don't like this kind of color, so let's go for a nice blue, kind of baby blue color, and they click OK, and there we have a nice background. We'll put that behind our bunny. Okay, so the bunny isn't currently holding any eggs, but you can just create your own eggs and put them in his arms and then mask out his little hands if you want to. So how I did that very quickly. It's actually, this has nothing to do with the tutorial, but I just quickly want to show you how I did this. First of all, you need an egg. So right here I have a freeze frame from my egg video. I will put that on top of my bunny and just press U on the keyboard and just delete all my delete my position keyframes right here. So what I've done is just rotated it with the rotation tool right here and then put it in position where I wanted to be holding the egg, maybe make it a little bit bigger. And then as you can see, it's not really holding it. So very simply what I've done is I went to the ellipse tool mask and then I just created a simple ellipse like this, and then I would go double click on it, rotate it a little bit, put it in place of its hands, and then press M on the keyboard and just subtract this mask, and that way it will seem like it's holding the egg. So that's just a quick tip I wanted to throw out, so you can also do the same if you want to. So there we go, our bunny is now holding an egg, but again, our bunny is very simple. So I will just make this as long as my composition here. So our bunny, let's click on the composition here, and what we want to do is go to the beginning of our timeline, actually go to the puppet tool right here, so puppet pen tool. We're gonna click on that. Before we continue this video, I would like to present you our website designed for filmmakers and video editors to improve their workflow. We offer templates, presets, high quality pre-made packs, soundscapes, essential graphics, and much more. If you don't have time to create something of your own, or you just want to speed up your workflow, definitely check out our website with the link in the description below. And click on your bunny layer and just zoom in a little bit and just start drawing like this right here, and one here, and just like kind of bones you're creating, and just point the puppet tool at essential points, so one at the top, one at the center, and one at the root of the ear. And then for the head, we also want to make one in the middle, but also one around the neck, and then another one around the chest, and like the belly button, and just continue like this. So that's all I will need for my bunny here, but of course you can go into the feet and also make points for this here, and that way you can also go and animate the feet. So now what you have done is, if you press U on the keyboard, automatically you will see a bunch of keyframes. So this immediately creates a keyframe for this point. So what we want to do is move 1 second forward, and in this second we just want to go to the points we want to animate, and if you click on it and hold and drag, immediately it will already animate or actually move everything of our bunny. So let's say we want to move it a little bit like this and like this, and this ear we want to move it a little bit with the wind. So there we go, and just simply move it a little bit, so it doesn't have to be very special, but a little bit of movement. And if you want, you can also like slap its feet on the floor like this, so you can maybe put one up, and then around 2 seconds you want to put this down again and just move the other ones around a little bit more, so you have a little bit more variation. And you can do this as much as you want here, but of course you don't have to exaggerate. And then continue doing this, or what you could do is now select all the points here in the center, copy these, Control C, go to second number 3, then paste it, and then we go and select all of our keyframes like this. Well, actually only our keyframes. Control C, go 1 second further and paste it, and now it's just going to loop all the animation that we just did. This short animation is going to just loop it because we just kind of did a returning animation. So we can continue doing this for the rest of our clip. So if we're going to preview this, immediately your bunny is going to have some life, so it's going to be a little bit more playful, a little bit more dynamic, and yeah, of course you can really go and do crazy stuff if you want to, but yeah, keep it subtle is my kind of motto. But yeah, of course you can do whatever with this. It's a very fun tool to use. And let's say you have some errors within your animation, you can also go and show the mesh right here. So if you enable your mesh and you actually select the mesh right here in Puppet Tool, you will see a mesh like this. And sometimes this can give some errors, depends on how special your object is. So what you have to do then is just increase this number, and the more you have here, like if you change it to 500, you will have more meshes, and therefore you will have less kind of errors within your image. This was a very simplistic image, so it didn't give any kind of errors, but sometimes it does, and then it's easy to just increase the mesh triangles first, see if that helps. If it doesn't, increase it a little bit more. If it still doesn't help, then there's something else going on. You can also go and use a record option. So if we delete all our keyframes here, we can also go for record options, and speed 100%, smoothing 10% is okay, and use draft deformation. So you can click OK. Once you have done that, what you have to do is hold the Control key while you click on a button. So let's say our face, we want to animate it. We'll click on it, hold Control, and start animating it. So I did simple circles here, and if you release it, you will see that you have now simple keyframes that will do the animation for you. So you hold Control first, then you click on the button you want to animate. You can go back to the beginning, hold Control again, maybe go to this one, and also move this one up and down, very easy. Okay, and now you have this kind of animation already. So of course I'm exaggerating here, it's just to show you what is possible. Even for the belly, maybe you want to have it breathing a little bit, so hold Control. And actually when you hold Control, you will see like a little clock appearing around your cursor, so that will make it a little bit easier to see. So as you can see, if I hover over my buttons here, we have this icon. When I hold Control, you get this clock, and that means that it will record from the second you click, and then you just have to drag around with your mouse. So if we click away, or actually don't show the mesh, we can see our animation. So the goal with your recording option is to do this for every single point you want to animate and go through your entire animation. So maybe you want to slap this foot, let's do this as the last one. So hold Control, go to the beginning of your timeline, and then just stamp it. Okay, let's see. Okay, looks cool. You can also select all the keyframes and hold Alt and click on the last keyframe and then drag them in, and that's just going to speed it up, the animation. So now it's going to tap a little bit faster. And of course you will have a little bit errors. It really depends on how much time and effort you're going to put into it. But the Puppet tool is a very cool tool to do some simple animations on characters. Whether if it is a still photo of yourself and you just want to do some stuff on you. I have tutorials where, for example, you could teleport yourself, and I'm using the Puppet tool to actually warp my body into a different shape. So these are all things you can do with the Puppet tool. I think it's really underestimated. Too few people know about this tool, and I use it like a lot of times. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, give this video a like. Also subscribe to the channel for more, and definitely check out our website. We have a bunch to offer for filmmakers and motion graphics artists, and if you buy something, it helps to support the channel. Hope to see you in the next one, and goodbye.